All right, in this lesson we're going to talk about frame by frame animation. Very simple animation, and we're going to also look at testing movies, which is something you're going to do a lot. This is a keyboard shortcut I'll show you, and you're going to always use that. It'll be the most common keyboard shortcut I imagine that you'll do. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to just clear off the stage by double clicking on the eraser tool, and let's start to make a frame by frame animation. We'll just do a very simple, we'll go grab the oval tool and make a, I don't know, let's do a red ball with no stroke. And I'll just go ahead and hold the shift key to constrain proportions. And there we go. Now we have the start of an animation. Okay, you're like, yeah, right. Start of an animation. We just got one red dot here and one red frame, right? Okay, so let's see how we can make a frame by frame animation. We'll make the ball move across the screen here a little bit. So if we go to frame 2 and I'm up here, I'm going to go ahead and then hit the keyboard shortcut F6, which makes a keyframe, right? So now I have 2 keyframes. And what I'm going to do now is just move, since I'm on the playheads right here. Notice that if I go like this, scrubbing. All right, now keyframe 1, there's the second keyframe. And I'm just going to move this, and I'm going to hold the shift key to constrain proportions so that I can, to keep it at the angle. So if I hold down the shift key, I can move over here. Notice you can see behind there the other one, or I can go to the 45 or the 90. Okay, so I'm just going to move it over a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and go to the next keyframe, and I'm going to hold, and I'm going to do another F6, okay, and again just move it over, and then I'm going to go to the next one and do another F6, so you can see frame by frame. Now, and this is pretty cool. So when I just move it, if I start to move it, I can see the one behind it. It's a nice little added feature there. As soon as I let go, it disappears. And now if I scrub, well, see that? I've got the start of a frame-by-frame animation. Now, frame-by-frame animation actually gives you a lot of control. It's the most control you could have because you can just change each frame individually. So I could have this ball now start to go down. So I'll go to the next frame, and I'm hitting the keyboard shortcut, F6, and I'll start to move this down a little bit. Okay, continue the process again, and F6, and go down. See that? Isn't that cool? Totally cool. We're making an animation. Okay, moving down, and I'm just continuing the process. And as you can see, this could be fairly time consuming. Okay, and if I wanted to, I could then make it go wherever I want. But watch, it's going to the right, and then it starts to go down. Okay, very short animation that we have here. With the previous lesson, we learned about copying frames and then reversing them. So I could actually select all of these frames, again hold down the Alt key, so I duplicate them all over to here, and again I could reverse them. So I'll just go ahead and go to reverse frames, control click or command click on a PC, or so control click or right click on a PC, reverse frames, and now we have an animation which goes over here and then goes back up again. Okay, here's the cool thing now. What we're going to do is test the movie, and this is a good way to view your animations. You're going to want to get in the habit of doing that. Now, if you just move your cursor over here and hit the return button, and then you can get a quick view of it. But once you start moving ahead using movie clips and stuff like that, you're going to want to get in the habit of going to Control and then Test Movie, or you can see over here it's Control Return or Command Return on a Mac. Okay, so that's the keyboard shortcut I want you to remember here, right here. Okay, when you go to Control Test Movie, because you're going to be doing that all the time. Okay, when I hit that, what it does is it automatically opens up in a new window, and it's actually exporting this off. So if I had saved this FLA file, it's wherever I save this, it's going to automatically make an SWF file. See, I've untitled because I didn't save it, and it's going to save it in the same spot. So you'll have an FLA file and an SWF file in the same spot. And what this animation is doing is it's looping. It's not stopping. So once it finishes, it starts again. Okay, and so that is frame by frame animation and testing your movie.